I'm gonna be so real with you guys. The last couple of months have been the hardest of my whole entire life. I'm still not ready to talk about the specifics of what happened, but I am now capable of talking about it without having a major anxiety attack or crying uncontrollably for hours. I'm definitely not gonna come here and cry, so if I do get emotional, I'll just stop the video, take a breather, and center back. But I really think that it is important to share what happened and why I believe that this was probably one of the biggest mistakes of my life.
You've arrived at your destination.
If you're new here, hi, my name is Ebony Finley. I've been a digital nomad for the last 12 years. I love to come here and share about my experiences in my life and find community through internet. It's awesome, but I'm also not here to sugarcoat everything and try to make it seem like traveling the world full time is all pinky, rosy, glamorous, all of that. Don't get me wrong, I understand my privilege. I understand that there are so many people that do not have the opportunity to do that. However, I also worked my butt off to be able to do this, and I didn't land this lifestyle by chance. It is years on years on years on years on years of hard work and dedication and commitment and choices, basically life choices. But that's a story for another day. So today I want to talk about one of the biggest mistakes that I did as a digital nomad. And some of you guys might be really surprised by the bomb that I am about to drop. Because in theory, it sounds like a great plan. And on paper, it was a great plan. But I got humbled, and I guess God or the universe or whoever is up there and what you believe in that is there really wanted to show me that I am not in control. And it doesn't really matter what plans you make. What is supposed to happen is going to happen. Okay, so just to give you guys a little bit of context, as I mentioned, I've been a digital nomad for 12 years. In my 20s, I used to be a hardcore backpacker. I would travel as cheaply as I can so that I could travel as long as I can. And working remotely really wasn't a thing back then. I don't want to like disclose my age necessarily, but it really wasn't a thing. So I would kind of like be in Canada, work my butt off, save my money, and then go and travel for a couple of months, rinse, repeat, and do that nonstop, right? So the more I could stretch my budget, the more that meant that I could travel. And then when I hit my 30s, something just switched inside of me. I just knew that this lifestyle is part of my DNA. I genuinely believe that I will be traveling for the rest of my life. Traveling has been my biggest teacher. I feel alive when I'm discovering new places and meeting new people. And I genuinely do believe that the world is our playground and that there's no reason to wait until you're retired or to wait like 2 weeks per year to travel. So I knew deep down that I would always keep on traveling, but I just had that feeling that I needed a place to call home. I guess it's kind of like when women have this calling that they're like, I need to become a mother. Like right now, it was kind of that, but I needed a place that smells like me, where I can store my stuff and not be like storing my stuff in my mom's basement forever. And yeah, just a place where I could come to recharge my batteries. I decided to take the homeowner route. And at the time, I thought that this was like the smartest decision that I could do. I was like, I'm going to be a homeowner. I'm going to build equity. Investing in properties is such a smart option. And one day, like if I move, the house would have had gain value. So it's going to help with like my retirement eventually. Like I was just seeing all of the positives and being so excited about this. And my plan was when we want to travel, I rent it out. And then when I come back, I have a place that's mine that I get to call home. Sounds perfect, right? Well, shockingly, that is the biggest mistake that I ever did as a digital nomad because it doesn't work with my lifestyle whatsoever. And it has been the most difficult and non-enjoyable experience I have ever experienced. Whoa. So getting emotional. Hold on. Okay, so I did purchase my home during COVID in 2020. I was really proud. I purchased solo, like independent woman. I was really proud of myself. And I was like, here we go. This is about to happen. I'm going to be a homeowner and a digital nomad. Like, I'm going to own a home and I'm going to be able to travel the world. So the first year, what happened is, I mean, I had been a digital nomad forever. So I didn't even own a spoon. Like, I had nothing. So the first year was kind of like, I want to enjoy this house. Like, I want to turn this house into a home, you know, put my colors in it. Like, I bought plants. I became a crazy plant mom. And I really turned this beautiful house into a home. And that took a lot of money and time and resources. So we didn't really travel for that first year. Then other things happened where either like my partner lost his job, or he didn't have a work from anywhere job, or I didn't have a work from anywhere job, which we were like always kind of like stuck, and like we could travel here and there, like do like a 2-month trip, a 3-month trip. But like money would always be an issue. We'd always have to come back. And because we had such high payments on the mortgage, because we're homeowners now, we'd have to like come back. Then we realized how renting short term is really fucking complicated. So I live in Canada, right? And especially in the region where I live, Airbnb is not accepted or tolerated. So I couldn't do that because it was my home, and it is still my home. I'll get to like the traumatic part, but it is still my home. All our stuff is in there, right? Like my couch that I paid so much money, my plants, my this, my that. So like whenever we wanted to go and travel for, I don't know, like let's call it 6 months, then we'd have to find someone that fit exactly that. Someone who's looking for a furnished place that likes what we have to offer. Like I'm very like boho chic, and you know, all the plants and everything was white. Like it's really pretty, but I don't know if it's for everyone. And regardless, like just have to find someone that fits specifically. And because it was our home, like I wasn't gonna let just anyone come into my home. You know what I mean? Like if this person was like a smoker or a partier, or it was like, no, like I don't even care. I'd rather like not even travel than leave my home in the hands of someone that like might destroy it, might, you know, like might ruin it for us. So that was really difficult. And we realized that would just be so much easier if we could rent it long term over short term. So that's what we did. It took us like 2 years to prep, 1-year trip, like, you know, align the jobs, the money, the everything. And we finally felt ready. And we interviewed a lot of people to find the right person to take care of our home. And we really genuinely thought that we did. We found someone that seemed perfect. This person was claiming to be a yoga teacher. I just did my 200 hours of yoga and I'm now certified. So I'm really proud of that. So we really like bonded over that. She was also a traveler, saying that like she's lived in Costa Rica and things like that. So we bonded over that. Like Costa Rica is one of my favorite destinations in the world. Like she is around our age, like she seemed to have her shit together and everything, and we specifically chose her. She was going through, you know, a breakup and all of that, and needed a place where she could kind of like focus on her and heal, and it was perfect. It was so perfect. So we confidently did a contract and got everything sorted and gave her our house, basically. And I'm not gonna go into the details of what she did, but I feel extremely violated. My house has been taken away from me. This will leave marks on me and Jamie forever, for the rest of our lives. We're having to go to court. There's lawyers involved. Like what happened is pretty disgusting and horrible. I basically feel like I've lost everything with this, and it just flipped everything on its head. Like if I want to be free and I'm a digital nomad and I want to travel the world and work remotely, I think that I'm now realizing that like owning a home is, for us and for the experience that we've had with renting and renters is literally the equivalent of having a un momento. How do you say avoir un boulet après sa jambe in English? How do you say that? Okay, got it. Thank you, ChatGPT. It's the equivalent of having a ball and chain around our ankle. Because of what happened and the trauma and everything, we had our whole year plan. We were like so happy, like this is it. We're gonna travel for the next year. And like I had already done it in the past, but I had never done it with a partner. So I was so excited and such on a high. But we've had to come back urgently to Canada, manage the situation. As I mentioned, like we're gonna have to go to court. Like I don't think that it's taboo, and I'm not shy to say it. Like I had to seek, and I am still seeing professionals. Like I do therapy now because of this and because of the trauma and the grief that this situation has caused. So owning a home is like having a ball and chain to the ankle as a digital nomad. On paper, it looks and reads like the perfect plan, but in reality, it has prevented us from traveling freely so many times. It has now caused the biggest trauma in my life because of the legalities around what happened. I don't think I should sell right now. So I'm still having to keep this house because it no longer feels like a home. This house that carries so much pain and trauma. And even though I've put another renter in it, like we've managed the situation, I cannot tell you how traumatized I am. Like I am absolutely traumatized. I don't want to manage people again, but I have to right now. So I have to deal with another renter. And I think that like just in general, dealing with renters is not something that I would ever want to do again. So when it will be possible for me to get rid of this house, I 100% will. If I do ever purchase property ever again, I want to say that I will never rent it, like ever. I think that if a place is sacred to you, then don't let anyone that you don't fully trust into your space and your house and like your environment and your things. Normally I like people, but with this trauma, I kind of want to say that I don't trust people anymore. I think that there's a lot of good, but there's also a lot of bad. I am experiencing like the worst of people. This person was evil. This person was evil, and I'll never understand like why me, why, like what did I do to deserve this? Like I really believe in karma and all that stuff, but it feels like just random. I don't know. Anyways, owning a home as a digital nomad felt amazing for 5 years, and now it just turns out to be, just feels like a prison and something that will always be on the back of my mind because I'm always going to be thinking of the renter now and the trauma. And again, I don't trust people. I don't trust anything. Like this is really bad. So having that on the back of my mind for the next, until I sell it, kind of means that I'm not fully free because I'm not fully free here. And I kind of wish that I would have taken all of that money and that I would have honestly just put it into the stock markets. Like with the down payment, the condo fees, which like it's kind of like a townhouse that I purchased. So my condo fees are outrageous. They're like $400 a month times 5 years. So like think about it. That's not money that's being reimbursed on the capital of the house or anything like that. So 400 times 12 times 5, that's $24,000. $24,000 plus the cash down deposit plus like the mortgage. There's like I could literally have put over $100,000 in the stock market and have like my retirement for one day absolutely like safe, you know what I mean, and not have to deal and handle trauma and people and bad people and people trying to take things away from you for no reason, and like complete strangers coming into your life and literally fucking everything up, like fucking shit up. So that is me. Take from my experience. If you truly want a life of freedom, I completely understand wanting a space that feels like it is yours. I don't regret in a way purchasing the home like 5 years ago, because I really needed it and it did give me so much security, and I have so many amazing memories in that home with Jamie and all of that. But I think that as digital nomads, the two kind of don't collide, and life has shown me that that is not the way to go for me. So I know that other people might have completely different experiences, but this is really about being open and vulnerable and sharing mine. And my experience as a homeowner has been nothing short than a motherfucking shit show. And I cannot wait to get the fuck out of being a homeowner and being completely free. Like, yes, it is scary, and sometimes, not sometimes, like mostly really uncomfortable, not knowing where you're gonna live, and then you rent an Airbnb and it's in the wrong area, or it's shit and like you don't even have nice knives or like things like that. All of that, I was so done with that. And again, I was so happy to have a house and to come back to my house where I have like my expensive coffee machines and my mugs and my knives that are really good knives and my wooden board and all of that. But I think it's gonna have to come when I can financially afford to not have to rent my house and still travel. That's kind of like the only way that I can see it. Or if I purchase something, it's like in my head, it's a rental property. It's not my home. It doesn't have like my DNA and my soul in it. Like the differentiating the two is really important. So I really don't know what the future holds. I don't want to make this video too long. So that's my experience. I'd love to hear if there's other digital nomads that are homeowner, what it's been like for you, and how do you manage like investment and being a digital nomad? Do you feel like you need to own a home? Like, honestly, I'd love to hear other people's experience on this. And I hope that sharing my perspective gives a different view on the situation. So on that note, I'm gonna go spend 2 months in Madeira. I am scared, but I can't let this person control the narratives of my life forever. So I'm trying to put it behind and move forward. So you'll see some videos about Madeira coming up and all that stuff. And I've also launched a exciting new project. So all of that. Thank you so much for listening. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye.